Hey squad, welcome back to another episode of three-time US Open winning The People's Duchess. Grab your tiaras and your tennis rackets, guys, because we're about to serve up some royal tea. But before we get into the cuteness overload, please hit that subscribe and like button if you enjoy our channel and want to support the squad. Okay, so let's take a stroll down memory lane and explore Meghan and Serena's nearly 15-year friendship. Picture it. Super Bowl 44 in the year of our Lord Beyonce, 2010. Lady Gaga and Beyonce have released the #1 song on the Hot Billboard charts, Videophone. And while the Saints were marching to victory, the sparks between Meghan Markle and Serena Williams were flying on the field as well. After their first encounter, Meghan and Serena reunited at the 2014 Super Bowl in New York and really hit it off. You might recall Serena Williams being one of Meghan's very first guests on her highly acclaimed, multi-award winning podcast, Archetypes, where they discussed the challenges of success and ambition. But this isn't the first time they've had that professional conversation. If you recall, Serena's first interview with Meghan was for The Tig. Meghan said of Serena at the time, "We're the same age, we have a penchant for hot sauce and adore fashion, but what connects us more than those things is perhaps our belief in exceeding expectations, our endless ambition." Whew. Now Meghan throwing around the A word that shook the British media to its core. And after that Super Bowl in 2014, both of them took part in a DirecTV Celebrity Beach Bowl. They played former NFL pros and Michael B. Fine behind Jordan at the charity flag football event where Meghan was probably just trying to figure out what the rules were, and Serena was likely thinking about how to turn flag football into some kind of Olympic sport. And Meghan went on to say of that experience, "We hit it off immediately. We took pictures, laughed throughout the game, and chatted. Not about tennis or acting, but about all the good old-fashioned girly stuff," which Meghan has always been a girl's girl. That's not surprising. Meghan was a supportive friend, becoming a fixture at Wimbledon from then up until Serena's retirement in 2022, where she wore that very chic denim dress and cream sweater over it and sat with Serena's family and husband. It was really nice to see Meghan supporting her through all the years like that. And the support wasn't limited to just showing up to glamorous tennis matches in the royal box. She has been known to send Serena encouraging texts before big matches. And lest we forget, Meghan wearing that chic pinstriped S by Serena blazer during her royal tour of Australia in 2018, knowing full well the effect it would have on her friend's business. I didn't know Serena had a clothing line at that point, but I definitely love my S by Serena pieces hanging in my closet right now. You all saw what happened with Outland Denim, the black jeans she was wearing with this outfit. That company's life will never be the same because of the Meghan effect. When it came time for Meghan's royal wedding in 2018, Serena and Alexis arrived at St. George's Chapel looking every part dreamy. She looked like she had the royal wedding at noon and a fashion show at 2 p.m. She looked amazing. And Alexis also cut such a handsome figure in his morning suit. Look at him. And it's not just Serena and Meghan's relationship that I admire. Harry and Serena get along famously. They enjoy a very close friendship. Serena has even been on panel conversations with Prince Harry where they've discussed topics ranging from mental health to social justice. In fact, Serena has said that she speaks to Prince Harry for hours regarding their lives, and they can just talk about pretty much everything. It seems like Harry is not just a confidant for her, but also a really good friend. And during a Time 100 talk, Meghan and Alexis also had a very deep and meaningful conversation of their experiences in interracial marriages and raising mixed-race children. Serena hosted the 2023 ESPY Awards, and the pictures from that night really read, "I love you so much." The way Serena and Meghan were looking at each other reminded me so much of the way that Harry and Meghan look at each other. There's so much love, there's so much adoration, there's so much respect going on here. And it was lovely to capture that very personal moment between the friends on that red carpet. Serena and Meghan also showed for each other in really meaningful ways, including the challenging moments. Meghan was there for Serena during her difficult pregnancies, and I have no doubt, based on what Meghan's friends say about what Meghan does for them when they get just so much as a common cold, that she absolutely was in that hospital room with compression garments, Bengay, hugs, and whatever else Serena needed. Serena was also one of the very close friends who threw Meghan's baby shower in New York, famously held at the Mark Hotel, and her friends spared no expense. The gorgeous affair was complete with flower arranging classes and dessert tasting with renowned chef Jean-Georges. I heard a rumor that Serena sent out her own private jet for Meghan, which, if that's true, then talk about we don't need to dance, we make money move. I love when powerful women slay together. This was, unfortunately, though, part two of the media's ramped up attacks on Meghan. Part one was Kate Middleton and Camilla Tominey sitting down over what had to be the ghastliest cup of tea, concocting and drafting and perfecting the lie that Meghan made Kate cry. Meghan still had her friends coming out to defend her. She still had a large section of the public who loved her and stood by her. So then they enacted part two. They saw this powerful group of friends who loved her and threw this very beautiful baby shower for her. And it made them realize, and it really sunk in at that moment, that Meghan is completely self-made. And at that point, there had been some narratives that Meghan was some kind of gold digger or she secured a bag by marrying Harry. But this baby shower proved that she was everything to her group of friends, which included some of the most powerful people on earth. And for me, this is when the dissociation really hit its core. They started denying everything, her credentials, her background, her education. They even started saying the baby itself didn't exist. The British media started dissociating so badly. This broke them. It caused a mental deterioration in their minds. Reality and what they were told about people like Meghan did not match up, and they had to dissociate so bad just to cope. They couldn't believe the likes of Amal Alamuddin, Gayle King, and international treasure Misha Nonu walked into that hotel room. And if you're unfamiliar with Amal, well, you might know her better as Amal Clooney. She's a human rights lawyer, an advocate, an ambassador, and she has a resume that would make your head pop. It is so prestigious. They simply could not accept that Meghan was actually very quietly powerful in American high society. They thought they knew all the heavy hitters in Meghan's corner, but this picture shattered their best guesswork and gossip that they tried to pass off as truth about Meghan's station in life. Unlike Kate, who was nicknamed Weighty Katie, for famously having nothing else going on in her life but to chase William across the globe and wait for him to marry her. Unlike her sister, who along with Kate were dubbed the Wisteria Sisters for their ruthless social climbing and determination to force themselves into aristocratic circles and their total devotion to doing whatever it took to fit in. Meghan's independence, glittering resume, and her self-confidence were extremely threatening to the royals and to the British media by proxy. They were so incensed, furious that Meghan had the nerve to be part of a powerful and elite social circle that was not the royal family. Meghan's social circle was impressive, and they know that the royals ain't nothing behind closed doors. These are a self-made group of multimillionaires, movers and shakers, notable global figures that had Meghan's back, and there was nothing they could do about it. And the main problem underneath everything was that they now understood that if they succeeded and forced Meghan out of the royal family, this would be the support network she had to fall back on. where they told everyone she was just an unknown actor on a small television show. Her baby shower brought out the quiet A-list and some of the most powerful names around. Meghan was no small timer, no matter how little they tried to make her look. They tried everything to diminish Meghan's shine. But for a woman like Meghan, diminishing her shine is like pouring gasoline onto a fire and expecting the fire to put itself out voluntarily. It's this irrational logic that makes me think you guys are probably suffering from sepsis-induced mental deterioration. It is so important to keep up on your dental hygiene. A rotten tooth can lead to severe infection and sepsis, which causes a host of painful ailments within the body and even death. So please, at the very minimum, go for your yearly checkups and cleanings, because the last thing you want to do is become as deranged as the British media and the royals. And I suspect that a lot of it has to do with the rotting teeth in their mouth. Anyways, Serena and Meghan's friendship has weathered many storms, including the intense scrutiny Meghan faced after joining the royal family. Serena has been a very vocal defender of her friend, and after Meghan's Oprah interview, Serena took to social media to praise Meghan, writing, "Meghan Markle, my selfless friend, lives her life and leads by example with empathy and compassion." We've seen the horrifying ordeal that Serena and her sister Venus also had to go through all their lives, pretty much, growing up in a sport that wanted so badly for them not to win. When Venus and Serena were coming up, there was so much cruelty and hostility towards them because they kept beating the pretty blondes that people wanted to see as the face of tennis, namely Maria Sharapova. And the fact that Maria Sharapova couldn't beat the Williams sisters was a huge problem, and they made Serena and Venus very much aware of that. They were really brutalized in the press from all different directions. So if anyone knows what Meghan's going through, it's Serena. She's been there, she's done that, and she's overcome. Oh my God, imagine if they collaborated on a Win product line or another Reitman style capsule collection. Oh my gosh. We'd buy it faster than you can say love 15. From playing the pros to royal playdates, Meghan and Serena show us what it truly means to be a day one. They've supported each other's careers, celebrated each other's milestones, and stood by each other through life's most challenging moments. It's really refreshing to see a friendship that stood the test of time, titles, and tabloids. All right, squad, that's all for today. If you enjoyed this episode, please hit that like and subscribe button and consider joining our channel membership for exclusive access to our members only recap of With Love, Meghan, and other great perks. Have a wonderful week ahead. Until next time, please be kind. Bye for now.